It's time.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. I apologize for the slight delay in starting. I had to take care of something. I was doing something that rhymes with schmooping, if you catch my drift, and it delayed me a little bit. So here we go. We got 20 minutes till the punishing one hits. We're just gonna play Splatoons real quick. Get ready for our fleet arena, and then go straight into the event. Of course, we'll check the stores for special deals and all that stuff. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Platoons. Where are you? You're right here. Haha. Okay, Operation 4. We got us a Star Killer. There's part of me that wonders if I maybe should have just done all of this in one big stream, like did my GAC starting like an hour ago or whatever, if that would have made more sense than doing two different streams. But I have a schedule, and you know us old people, we like to keep to our schedules. Okay. So we are Mandalore. We got it unlocked. Operation 2, assign 1. There we go. How did we do? I know we got 43, not bad, and 37 to 40, not horrible. It's a lot of get 3 for getting those done, so that's always nice to see. Okay. I'm not going to do much in the way of, well, I'm not going to do this battle until punishing one, which means, yes, I decided I'm going to 7-star it, hopefully without issue. Today, I guess maybe if there's a chance for 330 shards, today would be a great, don't sue me, Tony the Tiger, a great day for it. Okay, my Anakin's been covered. Operation 4, 3PO, you're good to go. Operation 5. And my grief has been covered. Is there a place that needs a grief? Did somebody drop theirs in the wrong one? That always makes me nervous. Because we do have that happen. You know, in a big guild, lots of platoons, lots of platoon assignment stuff. Sometimes people just see like, oh, I was assigned that, and click it into the wrong thing, and then, you know, you get a Discord message a little while later where they're like, I put it in the wrong one. It's all right. We cover each other. It's never been a problem. Because if you put it in the wrong one, the other person that's had it assigned to them should have it available. But I like to check. Oop, what? Doink. Operation 4. Lord Vader. IG and Sith Trooper. Boom. There's platoons. Done. All right. We can get on with things. Okay, so got about 10 minutes before I need to worry about Fleet Arena. You know what? This is another excellent opportunity for us to test Marok. Another excellent chance for his... Oh, he doesn't have... Right, he doesn't have the Empire tag. He doesn't have the Empire tag, so we have to do it up here. I forgot. He's currently the only Inquisitor without the Empire tag. we probably want to bring her. So just to remind ourselves, come on, let me in. Thank you. This is what we get from the Omicron. 2 stacks of Soldier of Fortune for each enemy, so we should get 12 stacks here on Dathomir. If Merrick is present, enemies can't be revived. So the thing with Dathomir is it's got the event, like you will see with the countdown from 10. Who after 10 turns, everybody gets revived unless there's death mark or something else to prevent the revives. So he should, in theory, make this a very, very straightforward thing. So we'll go ahead and handle this real fast, because these can sometimes take a very long time. Well, that's zombie, so that might not be the best. Okay, we'll wow. That is the easiest battle I have ever had on this planet. And it's not even close. Not even a contest. Not even a little bit of a contest. Wow. Okay, so I know its uses in scope are kind of small and limited, but my God in heaven. That Datacron is Saba. What's up, my friend? That Omicron. Whew. 100% right now is seeming incredibly worth it. See, except normally I would use Inquisitors here since my Lord Vader gets thrown into platoons. So now this might be one I have to skip. How's it going, Sop? How you feeling, buddy? How's everything? Because, it's good. Good to hear. Okay. I've decided to go all in on Mephisto. Because I was like if you look at all the nodes in the teams, I was like a character off or two from being able to do each thing. So I'm on the global nodes right now. I'm halfway done with the first one, so here in a few days, hopefully I'll be through global, and then hopefully I'll have my cosmic guys ready to go. I've got 3 of the Annihilators all set, but then, of course, like an idiot, I forgot that it's non-mythic, so I can't use Ultimus, so I need to replace him. I'm bringing in Kane, and then I think I'm going to bring in Hive Knight. I think that's how I'm going to handle the cosmic nodes. Dude, it can be demoralizing. Like I was all excited for my global nodes today, and like I think I killed 2 guys and got wiped out. And that's hard to deal with. Like when you start off strong and you're like, oh, this is going great, and then you hit that character that reinforces after you've wiped out a bunch, and then I might not actually have time to deal with the revive mechanic right now. Yeah, I'm not sure I have time to deal with the revive mechanics. So maybe we'll just hop over here and clear fleet. We'll just knock this out real fast, and cannot use Ghost. I cannot use Ghost. So we'll bring in, there we go. Hey, Gear 13 Thrawn's a big deal, man. Don't poo-poo that. That's a big deal. It's legit. Wow, can I get one assist? Just one. That's all I'm asking for. Thank you. Thank you. That's how you're supposed to function. Profundity. Ooh, ouch. Thank you for your service, Biggs. Woo. G13 fives. Nice, dude. Nice, nice, nice. Fives is awesome. And, you know, he's one of those guys, the more relics, the better. All right, well, we're going to kill off this last TIE fighter here. And, right. Yeah, G1 gear. Yeah, Gear 1 gear is awesome. It's amazing. All right. Okay, here we go. We are minutes away. Punishing one, 8 minutes, which is perfect because we have to go and sit in Fleet Arena for, we have to go sit in Fleet Arena for 5, give or take. And unfortunately, we have not had a Profundity or an Executor climb, which kind of sucks because I was really hoping to be able to test it against everything. But it looks like we're going to be stuck testing against just Leviathans for the time being. So, I mean, who knows how many battles we'll actually be able to do. I mean, if there's a couple of different, configurations. Okay, so, here we have a different starting configuration here. So that can give us a look. And standard one there. But I'm going to be in first place. So... I mean, we'll do what we can. And we'll test, obviously, starting him, bringing him in as a reinforcement, and all that other stuff. We'll test all of it. And then we'll take him into TB. But I think we'll get a pretty good idea. I think we'll have a pretty good idea. I swear to God, the drop rates for characters have been reduced lately because I have been having the worst pulls on any sim for a character or a ship that I've been doing lately. It's just been bad. It's been really, real bad. And that is legit one of the biggest complaints about Galaxy Heroes is if you spend the energy, should it be a guaranteed drop? There's a lot of different arguments you can make one way or the other. I personally feel like if you're simming, then I think the drop should be guaranteed, at least for character shards. I think for character shards, drop should be guaranteed. And I feel pretty strongly about that just because it's very, very hard to make a plan when you can't account for the one thing you need to account for, and that's RNG. But if you could look at a node and be like, okay, I'm going to do this much energy every day for this long, and I'll have the character unlocked. That completely changes the calculus of the game, the makeup of the game, about how you approach stuff. You can look at something and be like, oh, I might actually be able to do something, extra or different this time around. Whereas without that knowledge, you can't. Let's just go ahead and kill that. Ooh, I should have killed the Sith fighter, actually. Ooh, actually, maybe I should have killed their fucking tank. Yeah, it's not going to matter now. Which Datacron are you using with him? The support one? A random one? Yeah, just having extra stats alone can make a big difference in a fight. Honest to God, that's really like legitimately everybody's only real complaint with Lord Vader. It's not that he's a bad character. It's just that it takes two ultimates, maybe three, before he starts really like becoming a monster, and that's just way too long. Like Rey will get in so many freaking ultimates so freaking quick that if he is taking a long time to get to his, it can really just F things up. But that's the legitimate complaint with him. Like if his ultimate meter filled faster, because it's affected by so many different things. But if you had a way to really supercharge his ultimate meter to where you could get the ultimates fairly often, it would be fine. All right, we are 1 minute away. I'm wondering where like Graxy and all them are, unless Graxy's here and lurking, which he could be. He is a lurker, but I know he is very, very excited. Yeah, apparently he's only going to be a 3-star unlock from the sounds of everything. But I'm going to go check the store first thing here in like 30 seconds. It should go active. But I'm going to check the store, see if there's a special pack or anything like that. First node gives you 55. There we go. Okay, 2 o'clock has hit. Let us refresh the shop. And what do we got here? Okay, Punishing One. They have a bundle, like always, $28.49 American on the storefront. And then it doesn't look like they are doing... Does not appear to have... It does not appear to have its own... Like, it doesn't have a bonus thing, and then it doesn't seem like it's going to have one of those, like, buy 5, get 6 packs. Those aren't showing up here on the store yet. Let me refresh one more time. Yeah, it looks like standard 1,300, well, $12.99 pulls for the shards. Okay. All right, well, here we go. Let's get to the event. Oh, wait, here it is. Here it is. Apparently it's not on the web store. It's in the game. It's in the game only. So here it is. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. All right. Well, that's wonderful. It's running for 30 days, by the way. So, okay. Possible rewards, 30, 55. Okay, this matches the data mine. Here we go. Oh, and you're going to get Dengar shards if you need to get him up and running. All right, let's see what happens here. Yeah, free shard. Definitely free shard shop. Punishing One is a modified Jump Master 5000. Designed and manufactured by the Carillion Engineering Corporation, is the personal starship of Bounty Hunter Dengar. Okay. So, physical damage to all enemies. Dispel all buffs on them. Target other bounty hunter gains potency up for 1 turn and is called to assist. Allied bounty hunter tanks taunt. 50 speed for 1 turn. Okay, so that is the play. That is the opening play. And we're fighting a home 1. And then this should be the Death Mark move, right? Doesn't he have a move that puts Death Mark on? Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So that's usable in 3 turns. I mean, what we're just clicking buttons at this point. Does it really? It one-shots these guys? All right, we'll test it on who I assume is Biggs. Yeah, we'll test it on... Oh, wait. Well, here we go. Deathmark. Not quite. I mean, that was a critical for 51K. All right, cool. I mean, it's very hard to glean anything like significant out of this, but here we go. Unlock it. Activate the punishing one. I did the character model, like the ship model itself, is very bad. It's very very bad. I think it's a kind of a dumb looking ship personally, but yeah, my pilot's already R7, like so that's amazing for me. And we're gonna be crossing 12 million here, probably right now in GP. Oh no, I guess after we level it up a little bit. Yeah, they my Dengar was sitting at like R5 for a long time. Um and then we needed hey, there you are, Graxy. I was wondering about you. And then we needed for TB platoon, so I volunteered to take mine up, and now it's, obviously paying some dividends for me. I was late starting because, and I'll repeat the joke that I did at the beginning of the stream. I was doing something that rhymes with schmooping. You can extrapolate from there. Yeah, I mean at 3 stars, all of these abilities are maxable. So at this point, any additional stars is just a durability thing. It's going to be speed and durability at this point. So, oh, that's actually a good point. I mean, I don't want to put Zetas on him, but yeah, he should definitely get an Omega or two here and there. Although with his Datacron coming, I am sitting on a pretty big pile of Zetas. But I'm assuming I'm going to use at least 3 next week for Balin, and then whenever we get another Marquee, which I assume if we're getting Balin next week, we're not getting a Marquee next week. I'm just gonna hang off on that for a minute. Uh it'll go up. But yeah, that it doesn't make much sense that way. All right, so what are we looking at here? 150 speed at 3 stars, 91,000 health, 22,000 protection. I mean, that's pretty solid at 3 stars. Should we do a? Do you guys want to see a 3 star test real quick before we start adding more stars onto it? Do we want to check it out? See how we feel against a Leviathan. Okay, here we'll check it at 3 stars. We'll do it right here. Standard. This is what I would call a standard Leviathan setup. So we will do you, and then this, and then we will reinforce as needed. Okay, let's just see how it feels. That's a lot of bonus protection. Okay, now he's breached. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I mean, durability right now is an issue, also damage. But did they... They did not destroy my hangar yet. Okay, that's gone. He is hitting very, very, very hard for being a 3-star ship. Now, let's factor in that my Dengar is R7, so that is adding quite a bit to the stats. Can we get you marked? Okay, there goes my hangar. I am 4 moves away from ultimate. Let's bring in IG. I'll sacrifice IG because I don't think I am going to get Boba Fett out, but I would want his mine available if Ooh, okay. Oh yeah, dude, Deathmark's always OP. Deathmark's completely OP. Okay, there goes punishing one. This is at 3 stars, and we legitimately put up a pretty decent fight against this at 3 stars. With him, when he gets to, we're not winning this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the shoot. When that ship gets to be higher stars and starts pumping out some more damage, I mean, there's some legit possibilities here. Okay, so we got the same format. Let's battle it. Throw that in there. Well, I mean, everybody's going to have the ship. That is a factor to keep in mind. Every executor owner is going to have this at some level or another. Boom. That is something that the other fleets have that Executor has been lacking. It does not have, other than the mass swarm shot from the Executor or Executor, however it's fucking pronounced, they don't have a move that really hits everything except for Boba Fett's Sonic Mine. So to have a special that hits everything is a nice addition. Okay, so we now need to get to the 4th star. We are going to need, hang on a second, let me get this ship up to the top over here. Bounty Hunter, we need 15 shards. Let's favorite it. Let's go to find, and here we go. Is this the day, my friends? There is there's a lot of schools of thought about that. The first school of thought with the mirror match of Executor used to be your Piet. If your Piet's R9, you're vastly increasing your chances. Well, each pack is 2,000, but or no, it's 13. It's 13, but yeah, they added this. So I don't know, maybe I mean, we're seeing every option. What is in here? There's no Omicrons in this, so this, other than like it's cheaper than buying crystals and you get all of this upgrade material. I don't know. All right, let's see. Is this the day? Is today the day? Mm, mm, mm. Today is not the day. At least not yet. We can buy this one again. This one has, you can buy it multiple times. Okay. Should we? We can wait 3 minutes. We'll do that. We'll do the next tier of the event, and then we can try it at 4 stars to see if there's a minimum where it starts becoming a more effective counter. I think if you didn't have the mechanic of worrying about your capital ship getting taken over, I legit think this would make it a super easy counter. But I think the Leviathan is going to get to its ultimate first, and that's a problem. That's a problem. Okay, so let's start with this. I mean, this node's easier than the first one right now. Its damage isn't super amazing right now. Like, that was 2 hits for like 16k, and that was 2 hits for 27k. It could be a Marauder type situation, which is why I'm very, very, very nervous that they're going to nerf it. If it ends up overperforming, they might nerf it to, because Executor is not meant to be put back on top. This is meant to shut down chimeras and negotiators. This isn't meant for the superiority of the Executor to come back. That's just not what it's meant for. 220. All right. I really don't want to put Dengar's leadership Zeta on, but it is going to give speed. It is going to give stats. Ugh. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But it might be one of those things where you just kind of have to eat. You just have to eat it to get the. You just might have to eat it. You just might have to. To get that extra little, like, that's one of those things that's going to separate it from others. You know, that and more relic levels. Really wish one of these profundities would climb up. Because what's funny is usually this guy is sitting somewhere in the top 5. Somewhere. He's usually up here in range. The fact that he's not, of course, it's one of those, what do we call it? It's like a Murphy's Law sort of thing. All right, well, let's see how 4 stars feel. Because if I can, I could roll it up to 7 stars or 6 stars or whatever right now. But I mean, if there's a possibility we could find like the lowest level of effectiveness, of course, keep in mind that I do have a lot of relics. Wow, that hit right there from Houndstooth was the hardest hit we've gotten so far out of any of the ships. You know, let's heal you up. I'd really like to get a mark on you, but here we go. This should do it. There it is. Bring in Xanadu. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. So the status quo of everything isn't really changing. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, so the faster we can get that death mark out, I think our situation will improve significantly. I needed to get his stacks gone so I could not worry about getting insta killed. Yeah, which the developers said when Executor was released originally, when they said, hey, if you can get to the ultimate with Executor twice, you deserve to insta win the fight. It's a very, 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 very rare case when you're able to make that happen. Very rare situation that's ever going to happen to you. But hey, I mean, no, Leviathan can't use it. You when you take over the capital ship, you get access to their basics. You don't get their ultimates, unfortunately. So yeah, it's one of those situations where it's cool and all, but oh hey, we got 10, aren't we big rollers? All right. There it is. I am now officially 12 million GP. Woo! Okay. Oh, hold on. Whoa, whoa. Target. Okay, so this is the reinforcement, but it seems like it might be better to have him starting out in the starting lineup. But you can make a case, obviously. There's a lot of different ways you can go with all of it. So since this is following the new format, this is repeatable. You don't start getting bonus shards till tier 3. That seems a little unusual to me. Oh, look, we get a bonus Omi at tier 4, and then daily rewards. We're getting a lot of. Oh, there's the portrait and a title, Punisher. Ah, cool title. So, I don't know. I don't know that I want to take this to 7 stars today. Because, I mean, for my purposes, I feel like, I'm feeling like 5 or 6 stars to keep it on defense to shut down off-meta counters is perfect. But we'll see. I wanted to use it in TB. So, these days are expensive, my friends. And my budget was, because we were all hoping and counting and praying for a freaking chase, you know? We weren't counting on having to wail for this freaking thing. Okay. All right, and then we'll head back into the arena to keep trying, just keep seeing. All right, so we need 39 more shards. So we got the portrait, we got a couple of bonus Omicrons. Earn Krista's flawless signal data. Okay, so it's the exact same. So you're gonna have a week from today to farm this. So if you can get it up to 5 stars, you can farm an additional 10 shards a day. So for me, that's going to be an additional 60 shards, which, I mean, without spending any more crystals, would put him into 6 stars here in about 4 days. And then, we could unlock this, but we wouldn't be able to do these two. But I do want to use him in territory battle. So maybe let's do one more of these. Or maybe, no, I just really was not planning up until yesterday to spend my crystals on this. This was supposed to go towards Marquise. Of course, it's 84. All right, screw it. I'm gonna have to get more, but okay. Wait, did I test it at 5? Did I test it in here at 5 stars yet? Can anybody remember? Did I do a 5-star test here? You don't think so? Okay, let's see how it's feeling at 5 stars. Because we are. I mean, I'm not sure even at 7 it's going to kill a Leviathan, but it's definitely putting up a really really decent fight. Like you're in a grand arena setting, you're definitely going to be costing Leviathan more banners. Um, and you're shutting down. I'm assuming the Chimera and the Negotiator. It needs to be faster though. I do want this move to come out before like the third turn. Um, I mean, I think you're gonna be lucky to get a 2 shot. Everybody's dazed. We can't call assists. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Oh, and look, and now we're able to get Boba out. Oh shit! I forgot he was gonna get blown up. Forgot who I was fighting for a second. But I mean, we were 2 turns away from ultimate. 2 turns away. Um, that's not bad. This is very, 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 very ugly for Leviathan. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, okay. Okay, hang on. Hang on, people. This show ain't over yet. This is all about damage right now. There goes Xanadu. There goes. Of course. Of course, my executor heals him. I mean, it is looking like okay, there is definitely going to be I mean, we're talking like if we get a kill a little bit faster, or whatever, like an error has occurred that requires client must be restarted. Why are we restarting the client? Um I am probably. I mean, you're probably not far off. You're probably not wrong. Or at the very least, like you put an R8 onto Dengar and you put an R8 onto say CAD, and you might be looking at some legit issues. And plus, by the way, we have the 6th star ready to roll. So who knows if this is going to how much of a boost this is going to be, if it's going to be enough to make the difference. But I mean, legitimately, if you invested a little bit more into a couple of the pilots, this fleet's going to be a problem. This fleet's going to be a problem. Should I R8 him? Or should I just keep testing and then we can look at making supplemental buffs later? But I mean, I think a lot of people, like a lot of the whales back in the day when Executor first came out, which it took me a little while to get him. I have to buy more crystals, but I'd have to buy more crystals to do it today. I used all my savings plus the one set that I bought already. I'm worried that it's going to get nerfed. Luckily, I R9'd my Piet and I R9'd my Bosk a long time ago when Executor was the only game in town. So I do have that going for me, and then all the other pilots are at R7 or better. Yeah, I am very, very nervous that the performance of this ship is going to be above that which CG accounted for, and they are going to nerf this. I think that is a legitimate concern. That if it is making this fleet kill Leviathans without an issue, of course, relic levels and all that other stuff on the Leviathan pilots are going to make a difference as well. So, you know, if you're facing a fully jacked out Leviathan fleet, there's a chance it's not going to work. And then again, Leviathan is still so far beating us to the ultimate, which is obviously the big determining factor that we've been seeing. Because if I get to ultimate before they do, it's done. It's done. I mean, we were close to winning even with our capital ship being taken over. So it's very, very interesting. It's very interesting. I think you can warrant putting him to R8. So we're gonna get 15 a day at this point for the next. I mean, I can have this thing 7-starred for free in 2 days. I'm not gonna spend anything more. Or in a few days, in like 3 days, 4 days. Before the event ends, I can 7-star it for free. Or I can buy this. I can buy that, which gets me 30. Yeah, I was kind of wanting to try it out in TB, but I mean, yeah, I can 7-star it by the end of the event without a problem. It's not like I can use it in. We're looking at 4 days. We're looking at 4 days. Yeah, and exactly. What's today? Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I can have it locked in for GAC next week. So not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. But let's see how we're doing now. Oh, I've got to buy refreshes. Let's see how we're doing. I want to try. We're going to try this one, and then we'll try this one after. We will see at 6 stars what we're looking like. But I am very, very, very legitimately nervous that if this ship overperforms, they are going to nerf it. Because it's looking like it has the potential to make Executor the top of the pecking order again, which was not CG's intention. Would be really nice is if I could ignore taunt with Executor. It'd be nice to be able to just nuke out the Sith Fighter or the Fury right now, but still I need him a little bit faster, and that's what I think I would get at 7 stars. Because you see where his turn meter bar is. Because now, look, he's getting his taunt off before he's able to do the thing that grants him taunt. I think that's where the 7-star and the higher relic on Dengar, and maybe even a Zeta on his leadership. That's what I'll do. I'll do this battle, and I'll put the Zeta on his leadership instead of anything else. Oh, was that a dodge? Was that a dodge? All right. He has. Well, there's something that he needs a Zeta for, which will give some more stats to the ship. Here, we'll just tap that out of existence. Now he's stuck behind this. No, none of Dengar's stuff really is Zeta worthy, but Zetas do add to the overall power of the ships. You know, that is just the fact of the matter. Is if you want ships to be at their maximum potentials, their crew have to have as many relic levels as you can give them, and 6 dot mods, the whole fucking shebang. Oh, gotcha. I understand. I think it's his leader. It's his unique. It's one of the two. Okay. Here, let me go take a look. Let me go take a peek at him real quick. But yeah, I mean, that was actually the worst performance we've had out of the ship. So that might have just been bad RNG. But yeah, Grizzled Veteran. I'm sitting on 200. I think we're still a couple of months away from Ahsoka, so I can definitely afford to toss him this. And then definitely, I need to get 6 dots here as well. These all need to be 6 dot. And since I'm not really planning on using him in anything other than as a pilot, I can just throw random sets on him and be fine with him. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to match sets. I just need the 6 dots to pump up the ship. But it looks like I can go all health, you know, so at least he would have matching shit that way. But yeah, let's get him as proper as we can get him without putting another relic level on him. Oh, okay. Well, we can go with that, and we can go with that. There we go. So now he's health and potency. He does debuffs and stuff, right? So like, if I end up needing to drag him off the bench. So there we go. Without giving him another relic level, which I can do easily. I've got all the materials. Like, it wouldn't be a hardship. It would suck, but it wouldn't be a hardship. And he does have a Datacron coming. If you're not aware, and welcome to we've got 20 viewers right now checking us out. If you're not aware, the Datacron set, the next one, hit the game last night with the update. And Dengar will have a pretty crazy effect in the set. We spent a lot of time this morning going over this. So we're not going to take a whole lot of time now, but this is a pretty crazy effect. So basically, you take a turn, he's going to take a turn. You take a turn, he's going to take a turn, and it's going to deal double damage. So yeah, and R8 wouldn't be a horrible investment in my opinion. You know, it wouldn't be. It really wouldn't be. Okay, let's. I have a feeling that this is. I have a feeling about this one. And also, I do want to try him being as a reinforcement. So start with, and like we can do a triple attacker setup too. Like there's a lot of stuff we haven't done yet. We haven't done the triple attacker. We've just been kind of doing traditional goes here. But no tank right here. Like. He's still a little too slow. I need him to go sooner. But oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it could be your first reinforcement. I don't think that would change things a whole lot. I was really hoping to get to nuke him out. Oh well. Which, I mean, I think we could have had a chance at doing had we, if we had the triple attacker. Yeah, I'll do triple attacker next. The daze is kind of hurting me. I'd really like to get Mark on him, but it is what it is. Sure. No, you know what? Let's bring in Scythe. It's going to get blown up anyways, and then they're going to get their ooh. Oh, and there was the stealth right there. Okay, he's gone. And yeah, I really would have liked to have seen one more turn to see where we were relative to the ultimate. But yeah, let's do a triple attacker. Um, so let's drop him. Let's throw. I'm debating between IG and. Let's try this one. Let's try this one. We got plenty of crystals to keep doing refreshes and testing, but mm, okay. He's got one more hit into him. One more hit and he's done. Which will come from this AoE. See, the thing, like the tenacity, um, this is kind of wild, though. This is still kind of fucking wild. Six-star R7 Dengar punishing one. Now, of course, this is not a traditional lineup. This is very good on offense because you can really slow down the enemy, but on defense it's fairly weak. But we just walked right through it. We just completely walked right through that fleet. And it wasn't even close with triple attacker. So now, let's see how we're doing against your tradition. And can one of you motherfuckers with a profundity, like yesterday, these guys would just give their left nut to be sitting up here in the top 5 for the whole fucking day. And now, of course, they can't be bothered when they would be useful. Bastards. Actually, I kind of. Do you think we'd get a different result if I had IG in the starting lineup in here? I'm just a little curious. That's all. I like to be thorough. We can come back to doing both of these with IG in the lineup. But we'll test the current lineup here, and then we'll throw IG in. We'll just try other combinations. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I'm very, very curious. Let's keep Xanadu up and running just for a minute. Oh, come on. Where's my double tap? Okay. Everything. The ship I need not to be dazed is fucking dazed. Stunned. I mean, they're gonna. I think they're gonna be able to take the ship over here in a second. Yeah. So we're still not able to beat them to ultimate, which I think is going to be the saving grace for Leviathan. But this is going to cause them problems. This is going to cause them issues. And there goes. There it goes. But we'll try. We'll throw IG into the lineup now and go from there. Okay. Let's take blood out. Let's just. We'll just see. We'll just see. Can I get a double tap, please, from somebody, from anybody, from anybody? Thank you, for fuck's sake. Pardon my French. Of course, he's not going to get. So one thing I'm noticing different having him in the starting lineup is we're not getting contract. Like we had been getting contract previously in the other attempts with Xanadu in the lineup as opposed to IG, which I mean it's a pretty decent speed boost. So I'm not sure we can live without it, to be honest with you. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, IG, I mean, we've gotten one double tap out of him, which isn't great. Okay, there's another one. See, and we can't put the mark on without all that stuff, to get around the taunt. That's the whole point of the Razor Crest is to get around taunt. And also, we haven't gotten his death mark yet, so that's another factor to consider. Is yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think right now it seems like IG is not the ideal. It doesn't feel like IG is the ideal starting lineup. Yeah, IG is definitely going to be the odd man out. So there are people who are 9'd their IGs for this fleet. Then now I think he is legitimately going to be the odd man out. So that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. It really does. It really does. Okay, we'll try this one more time, and then God, it would be really nice if one of those profundities would climb up, because I'm dying. I'm dying of curiosity. Okay, seeing there's contract already. We also need to try him out as the first reinforcement. I mean, screw it. We might as well death mark him, get him killed off. But yeah, dude, I am. Like, not clean, not good banners, not pretty at all. That is a 6-star punishing one, enabling that counter. I mean, I'm not sure what else to say at this point. That is a 6-star. I mean, at the worst case scenario, with punishing one in the fleet, if you don't have a Leviathan of your own to mirror with, you can set up a very, very, very easy 2-shot. That is an insanely easy 2-shot. Or with the right RNG, you can just flat out fucking win. I'm very nervous that this ship's going to get nerfed. Very nervous. But now I want to, let's take you out and pop you here. I'm going to try him as a reinforcement. We have not done that yet to see how that feels. Look at how small. It's just fucking. It just looks weird compared to the other ships. Like it should needs to be zoomed a little bit bigger and centered. Like that positioning just seems off to me. Well, Graxy, we won. We we defeated the even with getting our capital ship taken over, we took out that Leviathan that we've been, and the same one we're fighting now. We took it out with the 6-star, even after getting the capital ship taken over. And now Punishing One is in reinforcements because I want to test that. Can anything? Okay, so no, he can't. He can either target that or that. So let's go ahead and target this. So there's buff immunity. Do we have anybody? We have nobody to call for assist. But he's no longer taunting. He's breached. He's marked. Okay, that was his savior kicking in right there. Let's keep you going, buddy. Let's keep you going. So near as I can tell, there's still no way for Executor to beat Leviathan to the ultimate, at least when they're both 7 stars. If this was a lower star Leviathan, I think this fight would be a walk in the park. And it might be a walk in the park already anyways, but currently it's definitely something else. All right, but we're losing. We're definitely losing this, but again, we're looking at an insanely easy cleanup. It'd be nice if we could get the bomber out. And I mean, it felt okay. And again, this is against a Leviathan. Like, I would love to be able to test a mirror or against a profundity. But nobody's bringing them up. We significantly diminished that fleet. And that was with Punishing One in reinforcements and not the starting lineup. But I think starting lineup is just the play. I think it's just the way to go. What I can't decide is what's better, if it's better to have Houndstooth out at the beginning or if it's going to be better to keep with the triple attacker. Because we're not losing anybody before we're bringing Houndstooth out, and we're gaining a bunch of offense. But I think Xanadu right now definitely seems to be better than IG. Also, Sam's going to get home in a minute, folks, so I'm going to be muting the microphone as soon as his van pulls in because my golden doodle Teddy, yeah, you. He goes nuts. Oh, he's here. Hang on, folks. Like seriously, he jumps. He's not a huge dog, but he's like a medium sized dog, like 80 pounds. Good size dog. But like he jumps and his nose gets up to the second window because we have double windows, top and bottom. And his nose gets up to the bottom of the second window. He's jumping out of excitement. I think that's the poodle part of the. He's a golden retrieval poodle cross, so golden doodle. But I think that's the oodle part at the very least kicking in. I don't know. Are there any other combinations or weird things we can try? Like, I mean, I know we could throw Boba Fett into the starting lineup and see if like he can get him to his sonic mind. I know there's a lot of things we can do, but not all of them make sense, and not all of them are worth spending crystals on. But it's turned off, kiddo. Turn the power on for him, honey. He put his hand over it and he didn't point it at the TV. There we go. Sammy's home. He's trying to turn on Bob's Burgers because that's all we're allowed to watch. What happened? Honey, can I see it, please? No, just show it to me. You don't have to walk it over. What happened?
Tried removing another student from a swing, pushed peers, and charged aide. And he pushed students at the gym. And he didn't eat his lunch. He participated nicely in morning meeting, though.
Okay. Sammy's having a rough week at school. Hey, Batman. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, look who finally we make him a mod, and then he's just like casual about showing up. Super casual about showing up. I don't know, but that's not how you spell who's. I'm just saying that's not how you spell who's. I'm not saying anything else. I'm just saying that's not how you spell who's. Three more weeks till election, and it can't come sooner. I just got the longest text message in my life, and it was all one giant political ad. Um, so we've tested against the two, the two different Leviathan configurations, and I just why can't one of these like this guy's always up here? Why isn't he up here today? But I mean, does anybody feel like Leviathan's gonna have or Executor's gonna have any problems against Profundity? Oh well, dude, group assignment for school comes first, or whatever it was for. But yeah, that comes first. That comes first. Punishing one isn't going anywhere, and guess what? It's pretty good regardless of your star level. Um, we getting wins against Leviathan. Wet 6 stars. Not consistently. Well, against this. With running triple attacker against this, 100% of the time we're going to win. Which you could probably do without punishing one, but punishing one definitely makes it easier. I don't like him as a reinforcement. But what I'm trying to decide amongst myself is, and once there's more data, there should be more of a consensus about things. But like, is this the way to go, or is triple attacker the way to go? I kind of like the feel of triple attacker. I mean, I typically like the feel of triple attacker anyways, because you don't have any issues getting him onto the field. But we know Xanadu is definitely better than IG. Like, IG is kind of out of a job. And if you're one of those folks that R9'd him, I do apologize, because he's just completely outclassed by punishing one. At least in my opinion. I mean, feel free to disagree with me. But that's why we're doing this. That's why we're testing this stuff. We're testing this stuff to figure things out. But I mean, you're rarely getting more than 5 ships into any given battle anyways. So, I mean, to get a 3rd reinforcement is pretty rare. It's pretty rare. So somebody was going to be an odd man out, and it's either... And against Leviathan, you're only getting 1 reinforcement out because they're going to take out your hangar. Oh, my. Oh, my. Okay, well, I mean, anybody have any requests? Is there anything anybody wants to see? Because we can go do some territory battle stuff and then come back and see if anything has changed, if that profundity has moved up or whatever. Oh, what do we have here? An investigation. I hate being right. We are aware that executor fleets with punishing one are beating Leviathans in their respective fleet shards. We are investigating and keeping an eye on this to see if further action is needed. Now, Leviathans are being beaten by executor anyways. I mean, it can happen. It doesn't always happen, but it can happen. Yeah, he's very vocal. So, no, dude, I just know the way these guys work. I know the way they work. This is not the first time. Because I also know that if punishing one wasn't doing what they intended it to do, they're going to buff it. You know, you get what I'm saying? But I knew this was going to happen. Because here's what we don't know that they take into account or not. Are they looking at the average level of, you know, like, oh, the Leviathans that are beating the Leviathans that are losing to the executors? Oh, like all the executor pilots are R8, R9, you know, they've got all the Zetas, they're all 6, like, are they looking at the whole picture, or are they just looking at the total number of results? Because if you, let's kick it back to the game real quick. If you look at this Sith fleet, that's an R5 Sith fighter. Mine is R9. Okay, and this I'm pretty sure is R8. And then that, of course, is R9 because it's required to be. But do you need these guys to be roided out to consistently win, and then how do these higher relic levels that may or may not be present have an effect? Are they looking at the whole picture? I don't know, but that took what, an hour, and they're like, oh, blah blah blah, and I knew that would happen. I knew that would happen because there's all these factors. There's so many freaking Leviathans in the game, and so many executors, and they're gonna have varying powers and varying whatever. And this is what our player base does. Okay? Arnold is obviously the biggest example, the most visible example. Arnold has a giant YouTube channel. Thousands of eyes are on him at any given time, including CGs. Arnold is a master at finding a way to make a fleet kill anything, for the most part. Like, if there's a way to do it, he'll figure it out. And this is one of them. This is one of those things where he will look at the different combinations. Now, we smoked their weird triple attacker starting lineup with Leviathan, but that is not a typical, that's not something you're typically going to see on defense. That is like a GAC or territory war attack usage. It is not meant to get you holds, because it's not going to get you holds, especially not in mirrors. In mirrors, you're just going to absolutely get trucked. But we did beat this. We did beat this traditional lineup. No, I'm not going to boycott CG. CG, this is not the first time. This isn't our first rodeo. We've seen this with many, many, many things. Because they said their stated intention of the Punishing One is not to make this ship the top dog. It's to shut down the off-meta counters. So, and if the off-meta counters are getting shut down, then the ship is serving its purpose. That's the point. The point is not to make this ship the top dog. So, I mean, there was just no way in hell they were going to let anything like that stand. It just wasn't going to happen. It just was not going to happen. Yeah, but the question is which EA building. They have quite a few, actually. One turn away from ultimate. But we're going to get taken over right here. I mean, is a 7th star or another relic level gonna change that? Probably not. Probably not. But it could. I mean, it definitely could. Yeah, we saw the investigation. We just got done talking about it. And I was saying this yesterday. I've been saying this since the kit reveal. That if it overperforms, they're going to nerf it. And overperforming means that it's, again, I'm going to keep reiterating this so everybody, including all those way in the back, can hear it. Punishing One is not meant to make Executor top dog, and if that's what it ends up doing, they're going to nerf it. Hands down, without question, they are going to shut it down They're going to figure out what is causing it to be the top dog or make this the top dog again, and they will shut it down. Now, maybe it turns out that the win rate against Leviathan is 5%. I mean, I spent all of my crystals getting mine up and going. We've identified a network performance. Okay, if I disappear suddenly, it's because they are working. Apparently, there's a problem with the internet in my area, and Xfinity needs to repair it right away. So there's a chance I could lose internet. So just FYI, if I vanish suddenly, that's why. Actually, hang on. I need to tell my wife because she kind of makes her living on the internet. I use the intercom to let her know, which is to say that I yelled at the top of my lungs. Because of course I yelled at the top of my lungs. What the fuck else am I gonna do? I legitimately would not stress about getting this ship up and running. That I don't think you need to spend a whole bunch of crystals getting it to 7 stars today. Because mine's doing just fine at 6. Mine is doing great at 6. I don't think it needs to be rushed to 7 for it to do its job. And its job is to shut down the off meta. Again, what I want to see is, can it kill this? Without having to have TIE Bomber in your reinforcements and all that shit. That's what I want to see. This is what I'm most curious about. Yeah, more or less. More or less. Well, it was, hey, babe. And she said, yeah. And I said, there's a problem with the internet, so it might fucking go away. She went, okay. So, yeah, we'll be able to we're done whaling. Because we'll be able to get to 7 stars just redoing these tiers for the next 4 days. So yeah, I mean, did the gross thing go bye-bye? The gross toy?
The snake? The snake went bye-bye.
Wait a minute and give it a test. Yeah, I mean, I want to keep playing around with it. I don't know what else I don't know what else we're going to learn. I'm just, based on what I'm seeing here, I'm fairly satisfied that negotiators aren't going to touch it. And chimeras aren't going to touch it. Honey? Why didn't you just walk out here and tell me that? Like, I saw you, I heard, but then you didn't come and tell me anything. You got to communicate. Sorry. This is a fully functioning live home. This isn't a movie studio, you know? Like, Um, I don't know how it said where you're from, but where I'm from, I win. I mean, yeah. What else? What else needs to be said or done or shown? It's taking a little bit of RNG, but we just beat Leviathan to Ultimate. I have very few doubts. If there's a lot of examples of that CG is seen, I have very few doubts that this ship is not going to get nerfed in some way or another. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I'm not intimately familiar with the kit enough to do that, to make that prediction. But if there are a lot of examples of Executor beating Leviathan to Ultimate, Levia what? Levia who? Levia Y? Yeah. Yeah, I got a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling. And there's Deathmark. I mean, that's game. If you're worried about CG seeing that clip, if CG is watching me, they've already seen it, first of all, and second of all, they already know. They already know. They have the investigation up and running. They already know. They already fucking know. They already fucking know. They already fucking know. And then with this lineup, we didn't even need to get to the Ultimate. We just wiped the fleet off the face of the galaxy. Come on. Do something. Where's that mod where there's a guy poking with the stick? Come on, do something. That's kind of what I'm feeling like right now. All right, well, I'm going to do one more fight, and then I'm going to go do TB. I mean, I think I've seen all that we need to see. I am contemplating the R8, but I'm going to wait for nerfs. I think we can probably bet that there will be a minor nerf. They probably won't cut the legs out from under a ship so new, because I think they would have to refund people. Legitimately. I don't think you can sell us a ship and then decide it's too good and then cut it down and then not refund people. Not this early, not this soon. Like, you know, a month from now, 2 months from now, okay, maybe, but like they're doing it right away. And that's I mean, we just cut the legs out from under this fleet before they got their first reinforcement out, and before our first reinforcement even came out. Like, this fleet has just been decimated. I mean, Razor Crest is the only thing damaged. So I think what we needed to do was learn how to play this fight. Because unless I'm mistaken, that's game. Twice in a row. I hate being this guy. I hate being this guy, but I would be cautious. I would be cautious about investing heavily into this ship right now. I think however long it takes them to implement a nerf, it's going to be a different ship in a couple of days. I have no doubts. Sorry, I'm just posting a message to my guild. Okay, so there we have it, guys. I would put I bet 90, there's a 90% likelihood that this is going to get nerfed. I hate to be that guy. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but, this is already being discussed in my guild's chat. Why should CG pay people to test stuff when we're going to test it for them and then they're going to nerf it after people have spent money getting the ships? So, should they go the nerfing route? They need to refund players. It's the only right thing to do. And if they are watching and they're seeing me and they're using my success against Leviathan as an example, is if you're going to cut the legs out from under this ship after I just dropped legit money for it, you better be kicking me a refund back. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say on that subject. It is the only right thing to do. It's the only right thing to do. But I am fully anticipating they're going to nerf that ship. I don't think there's any way they can't. I think they have to stick with what they said they want the ship to do. They didn't say that they wanted the ship to be the top dog again. They just want us not to be able to use our chimeras and negotiators. And I think the ship gets that done at 3 or 4 stars. I don't think it needs to be a maxed out thing, especially because you can max out its abilities at 3 stars. As long as you have a high enough relic Dengar or a high enough gear Dengar, you don't need a lot of stars for the ship to do its job. The stars obviously help survivability, but you don't need it. Yeah, it's wild though. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. We'll wait and see what they do to it. We'll wait and see what they do with it, but I just don't see any fucking possibility that it is not getting nerfed. I just don't think there is any way in hell it's not getting nerfed. You can just tell. You can just tell. I could tell from the first battle, I'm like, this is going to cause a problem for Leviathans. Yeah. It's unfortunate. It's kind of aggravating, actually. And that right there is one of the reasons I have Darth Revan as the lead. The other reason is you can't get revives under Sith Eternal lead. So you people would just stay dead. Needed you to hit like 10% harder, Bane. All right. Yeah, so yeah, people are mad. People are very, very mad, and justifiably so. Um, so we'll see how CG handles this. But yeah, I think if you're going to end up nerfing it, I think a refund is definitely in order because it's going to do. No doubts at 3 stars, it'll very likely shut down the negotiator and the executor or the chimera counters. I have no doubt. I have zero doubts that that's what's going to go down. I don't see any other possibility. So, yeah, guys. It sucks when stuff like this happens. I'm kind of frustrated, you know, as I know that there's probably plenty of you guys out there that are as well. Enjoy it while you can, especially, you know, if you're in a fleet arena and all you have is Executor and there's a bunch of Leviathans, you've got a shot against them now. I mean, where you had a shot before, you have a better shot now. So take advantage of the ability to make a climb a little bit easier. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's definitely going to get nerfed. It's definitely going to get nerfed. There's almost no possible way it's going to get nerfed, or it's not going to get nerfed. I've got a guy beating Leviathan consistently with a 4-star P1 easily. Definitely going to nerf it. Like, this is the chat going on in my general chat in my guild. I don't know what Arnold's doing. I know he's probably hammering through his GACs and then he's going to test it, or maybe he tested it first and then went to GACs. I don't know how he's doing stuff today. Usually he likes to get his GAC out of the way. But I'm sure if he's already working on it, he's probably experiencing the same thing that we all are. So, yeah. I don't know. It's ugly. Things like this reflect very poorly on CG because they clearly did not test the ship at all. It seems like more and more these days they are depending on us to be the testers, and then, you know, they get our money and then they break what we spent our money on. But yeah, I would just take it as far as you feel comfortable taking it, but you do not need to worry about 7-starring it today. You know, get the 3-star. You know, if you feel like going for the 4th, fine. Or go as high as you feel like. Just as long as you understand that ship is getting nerfed. If they don't nerf it, I am going to be knocked on my ass. I'm going to be blown away if they don't nerf it, but I don't see how they can't. Defensive testing is what I really, really, really want to see. I would like somebody to put one on defense so I can try it with, like, my Profundity and my Leviathan and stuff like that. Hopefully we'll see one tomorrow. Maybe that's something we can check out when we get on stream tomorrow to see what's happening with that. But so some people are speculating that the ability to go to max out all of your abilities. You have some news? What's your news, Sopper? Some people are thinking that because you notice you're able to take all the abilities to max before you 7-star the ship. Welcome to the struggle, my friend. They think that might be a bug. Like, you shouldn't be able to 7-star, like, or max the abilities without it being 7-star. They think that might be the issue. So that wouldn't shock me if they make that change. Yeah, people are furious in my guild. Holy shit. Let's see how they handle it. That's all I have to say is let's see how CG handles it from here. Yeah, I don't know, but some people maybe it's cuz it's been a very long time since we've had to level up a fighter. Some people are maybe they're just remembering it wrong. But some people are like, "Why are we able to go to max ability at 3-star?" And yeah, I don't know. But didn't they make that change with Leviathan, where they had a bunch of the abilities locked behind the star levels? So I don't know. Dude, it's been forever since I've leveled a fighter up from 0 to 100. Like I haven't done that in ages, so I don't remember how they go anymore. And I'm old. Cut me some fucking slack. But this is what people are saying in my guild chat. Is for whatever reason they feel like that's a bug, but I don't know. I don't know. I just 95, actually 99% confident CG is going to nerf the thing. It's just how bad are they going to break it in the process, and then are they going to have to nerf it or buff it because like if they break it too much, it's not going to do what it's designed to do, and then if they buff it too much, it's going to be able to take out Leviathans or help take out Leviathans easier. So like. Oh no, it's like my guild is not just whales. It's actually mostly free to play, but like there's 10 or so of us that do a decent amount of whaling. There's one guy who like the amount of money, the amount of money he has personally, and then the amount of money he spends is insane. It would shock you. But no, we're not a whale guild, at least like not on the level of like Ka and Ma and all them, but I mean there's definitely people who spend money on the game. Yeah, this is just okay, so now I've got guildmates saying they're full autoing Leviathans. Like, wow, people are steamed. And justifiably so. I'm definitely not gonna defend any of this stuff. As this guy put it, he goes, you think the bare minimum requirement before releasing the ship would have been, hey, let's make sure it can't absolutely demolish what is supposed to be the meta ship. I mean, I'm not seeing any photo or videos, but I'm seeing people saying full auto. Hold on, I'll just repeat to you what's in here. Actually, one of the funniest exchanges I've ever seen between two guild members just happened. Hey, I have 6K crystals saved. How dumb is it to use them on the Epic 5 pack? And then the response to one of my guild members, go for it, man. Crystals come and go, but the experience of getting 5 shards is unique. And then my buddy goes, is that sarcasm? He's like, how much sarcasm is that? Because really, yeah. And he goes, it's quite a bit of sarcasm, but he goes, I'm trying to get it to 5 or 6 stars myself, but that should be enough to start. But yeah. Yep, 6 star, no problem. Full auto Leviathan. My friend just said he won on auto with a 3 star against Leviathan. Of course, so that's a third hand account. That claim is not coming from anybody in my guild, but somebody is saying, his buddy is saying that his 3 star PO on full auto is dropping a Leviathan. Of course, without knowing, is that against a 4 star Leviathan? We don't know anything beyond just, but taking the context at at face value, you know. That's all we know. I mean, good for Bonesy, but I wouldn't wail on it. I wouldn't wail on it that heavily, at least. I wouldn't. This is just me talking. You guys have seen the results, and we all know it's going to get nerfed. So. I think that's a good call. Get it to around 40 shards, and you'll be able to max it out with the event. And who knows? Maybe he'll get lucky and get a 330 pull. You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with grabbing those packs, but I feel like I got pretty lucky. I was able to save up, 13,000 crystals, and then I bought the $100 pack of crystals. What's one more $100 purchase on a credit card? No big deal. Fine, whatever. But I feel bad for people who maybe had 25,000 crystals or whatever saved up and hadn't spent any money, but just blew all of their crystals that they'd been sitting on forever to get the thing 7 stars when they're gonna turn around and nerf it, and 3, 4, 5 stars would have been fine day one. I mean, that's the sort of stuff that aggravates me. So, and I really, really, really hope CG, if they're going to nerf it, I really, really hope they refund people who are affected. I mean, I think it's fine. I think the zombie team is something they've needed to flesh out because we've only kind of gotten little glimpses and hints at it. But I think the zombie team is fun. Like the what if team, maybe they'll go with a what if tag on it or something. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Zombie Wanda, yeah, totally fine with it. I mean, is she going to be like an Old Man Logan sort of event? Oh, is Battle World there? Oh, sweet. Battle World, I've been very excited for. Because it seems like Battle World is going to be a good source for getting the L3s for the ISOs. And if it's a better source of Crimson gear than we currently have, that'll be even fucking better. So that's where I'm at. I'm all for new modes to the game that give us access to stuff that's hard to come by. Because, yeah, this whole getting my characters, going through the dark dimension is just, I mean, the pain. Okay. I know we're supposed to 3-star this today, but it's still blocked off, and if I do one mission, it's going to kick us over. So I'm just going to ease off on that for now. In fact, I'm going to go over to my other account real quick and just do the, even though I don't have Executor over there, I'm just going to unlock Punishing One on my other account real quick and do TB over there before I forget. Because lest you forget, I'm fucking old. So, and I can finish up Light Side, on my iPad while I'm eating dinner or something, but I don't swap back and forth between my two accounts on my devices, because when you sign out of one iOS device and then sign in with your EA account for a different account, because that's all I do here is I just swap back and forth using the EA login. But if you do that on an iOS device, it logs you out of all of the iOS devices. I've been considering grabbing one of my kids' iPads and putting the game on and signing in with my other account, just so I could have it where if I need to do something, I don't have to come and fire up my computer and sit down and log in. I can just, hop in on the iPad and do it that way. Because my son has several iPads. Here's the fun part when you have a special needs autistic child. The iPad is kind of sort of his world. He gets to kind of dictate his activity level. He gets to decide. And look at this 3-star Punishing One in Fleet Arena. That's kind of funny. What does it do for the Empire again? Does it have any? I can't remember. It's supposed to. I mean, I'm already roughly halfway through DD7 at this point. So I'm gonna finish it, and until I can get enough of the T3 ISO 8, I can't touch DD8 anyways. So I might as well just keep my focus. And the city nodes were actually fairly easy in DD7. Right now, it's the global nodes are kind of giving me issues. There's a Kang in the global node I'm in now that is just like, he does that multiple, that chain attack swing that is like it's his first special or whatever. It's basic first special, and then he's got his ultimate. So it's his special, I guess. It's his special. Is just flooring the living fuck out of my guys. So my big focus, like when I hit it tomorrow, I'm hoping I can just get him killed off and then hopefully have a chance to start thinning him out. But I think I'm going to be at least another day or two in. I'm going to be another day or two there, and then we'll see where we can. We'll see where we can go from there. I'm actually not going to have much in the way of ability materials to get much done here. But I will take it to 85, because why not? And then I'll just level up abilities as much as I can. Yeah, there we go, gear 10. So now here's another issue. I kind of sort of feel like they need to get rid of this. Well, hold on a second, actually. Oh, God damn it. Oh, babe, I'm going to be done here in a few minutes. See, to me, they need to swap this to Bounty Hunter. They need to remove Empire and swap this to Bounty Hunter, because what this is allowing, what Punishing One is able to do now, because of the lack of the Bounty Hunter tag on the Executor, is now you can use Punishing One in every fleet that with your Empire capital ship to completely neuter anybody else's Empire ships. Do you get what I'm saying? You can take this into any fleet, as long as it's an Empire fleet, and neuter the other fleet's capital ships, because they need to give the Bounty Hunter tag isn't on the Executor. It's an Empire ship. So this, you can end, you're going to end up, it's just, this is not great. They didn't think this through. They didn't think this through. I think one of the best things that they can do while they're making these nerfs is they need to give Leviathan the Bounty Hunter tag and remove the Empire tag, and then alter this clause. Because you can start with Chimera, with Houndstooth Punishing One, and Xanadu or any other Bounty Hunter ship, and you're getting all these buffs, and you're doing all of this stuff to any other ship. This is meant to be an Executor booster. Right, that's what I'm saying, is it's meant to stop that, but you can, looking at the way it's put together and all of this stuff that's being said, is you can end up, look at the fleet arena. So he's starting that with this, which means I can't use Chimera against this. Do you get what I'm saying? I cannot bring my Chimera against this, because my TIE fighters are going to lose all of their shit. You get where I'm going with this, is you can he more or less is treating this as Executor. And it's because Executor doesn't have the Bounty Hunter tag. Now, there is a way around this. So we'll see how this flies. I don't need to do that, but here we'll just brief example, brief little thing. So we drop these. We go Bounty Hunter. So we'll do Punishing One, and we'll do Xanadu. We'll do that. And then we will switch to Empire. And then we'll do yeah. Okay. But you see how he should be getting a crit and resilient defense and foresight with pretty much every attack, and it's not happening. Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, the defender now, because of the punishing one, is able to go with any fleet. It's shutting down all the things that make TIE Defender. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's a problem. There's an overall problem with its kit in general. And it stems from the fact that Executor is not considered a bounty hunter. So punishing one will now apparently shut down all TIE fighters regardless of the capital ship and fleet composition. All of them. So more or less what I'm saying is they broke Fleet Arena. They broke all of it. It's all busted. It's all busted. Oh my God. Can we just get something to drop, please? I haven't had a ship shard drop from a fleet node or from any node in days, it feels like. There we go. We got one, finally. Okay. See, now he's losing his... Yeah, TIE Defender feels broken to me for whatever reason. Like, where's the resilient defense and the foresight? I've got all the abilities unlocked. Where is all that stuff? It's because he's not able to crit. And it's because of that. So now, if you invested in... Yeah, see, this is a problem. This is the bigger issue. This is the bigger issue. Because now this can be put with anything with 3 starting bounty hunters. It's going to completely shut down Chimera. Doesn't matter what the capital ship is. If it's... As long as it's Empire and it's got this, it's TIE Defender is just dead. TIE Defender is just dead. You cannot use TIE Defender against any ship, any Empire ship that's got punishing one in it. Like, that is a legit issue. That, to me, that is a legit issue. It's not meant to bolster the frickin' Executrix. It's meant to bolster the Executor. So, problems everywhere with this ship. Anyway, We'll see what they do, but yeah, one of the biggest changes they should make is absolutely positively they need to give Executor the bounty hunter tag. Okay. Well, let's just wait and see what happens with these nerfs. But yeah, make no mistake, the nerfs are coming. The nerfs are 100% coming. There's just no way that they're not. It sucks. It's absolute crap, but it is what it is. You know, there's not much to be done about it. They clearly they spent a lot of time in whatever building this kit, but they just didn't think out every single thing to its logical end. They didn't think everything out to its final conclusion. They didn't look at all the possibilities. And yeah, the ship is it's broken in several different ways. What they do about that at this point, I don't know, but it's in my opinion the ship is definitely broken, and they need to not only add that ship, but they needed to look at Executor's kit and make a few adjustments to accommodate for this new edition. All right. Well, but I have to get to my family. It's getting to be late in the day and dinner time and all that other stuff. So I'm just going to wrap this up on my own. Just kind of go into a battle and hit auto and walk away. But, I mean, we saw some pretty cool stuff. But we also saw, I mean, clearly the ship is broken. And I mean, I enjoy that it gives another option against. I enjoy that it gives another option against Leviathan, but they're not going to let that stand. They're not going to let it stand, and it aggravates me that the ship even got released before being properly vetted and tested and tried out. Like they should have. The issues that that are clear now that the ship is live are issues they should have seen before the kit was even revealed. But, obviously they didn't test it. They wrote the kit. They edited the kit. They did whatever goes into making it. They did it, but they didn't test it to its. They didn't take it. Yeah. So I worked in pharmaceuticals for a while. When we were getting certified to take on a new project, a new FDA regulated project, we had to do what's called engineering, where that's more or less it's more or less meant to design the process that you're using in pharmaceutical, and I'm sure in other industries too, but my experience is pharmaceutical. So you do engineering runs, submit that data to the FDA, and then they come back to you with either you're good to continue or you need to re-engineer. Then from engineering, you go to what's called validation. Okay, so this is what we learned in engineering. This is the claim. These are the standards we need to hit. Validation is proving that you can do what you say you can do. And then you have to go through all of that, and it's more paperwork than you've ever seen in your life. And if you get through all of that, and then you have to wait for the thumbs up to come back from the FDA, then you might have successfully, taken a project from nothing to reality, to real life. And that kind of process is done across many, many industries, in many different forms of regulation. They clearly did some engineering, but they did not do their validation. They built the thing. They said, this is what we want it to do. But then they never proved it. They never went through and did the process where it's like, oh, it's actually going outside of the parameters. And its parameters are affecting other things that weren't intended. They didn't game this out all the way. But yeah, so I legit wish that CG had a better, more thorough process before throwing these things out into the wild. Um, Nerfs are the worst thing in a game. My typical, if I'm playing a game and like something's overpowered, my thought process is, oh, instead of nerfing it, they should bring up other stuff to balance it out. Like that's just how I work in my brain is I want, okay, if this is too strong, then make other stuff stronger instead of making it weaker. But not everything's going to go that way, and yet this is 100% going to get nerfed. It honestly, it wouldn't shock me. We're probably going to get the week. We're going to get the week of the event to go through all the unlocks and everything. It would not surprise me if the whole thing gets, if they disable it while they're fixing it because it's that broken. I think it's legitimately that broken that they might end up turning it off and saying, hey, until this is fixed, you can't use it. Which is incredibly rare in this game, but it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me at all. Not even a little bit. It wouldn't shock me even in the least. All right, so let's see how it feels. Low stars against home one. I don't think it's going to have any effect, but I mean, I don't feel like we're getting any different of a result than we would have gotten regardless, but I mean, you see the difference in this thing. So it's actually, it's not even really, so punishing one isn't even really meant to stop the Chimera. It's meant to stop the TIE Defender. And it's meant to stop the Marauder / Anakin. It's not really targeting capital ships. It's targeting the fighters that enable the capital ships to do what they can do. But like, watch this. I bet I'm very, 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 very interested to see how this goes. Like, I feel like this has the potential to be kind of easy. Ooh, ouch. Oh, that's right. This guy's got very high. He's got very high relic pilots. Yeah, he's got relic. He's got relic stuff. So it's like that guy's hitting awful hard, but that's why. So yeah, guys. I do not know what is going to transpire from here. I really don't. I wish I did. I wish I had an idea, but just two things. Obviously, I would anticipate a nerf of some kind, maybe a drastic one, or maybe a small one. It's very, very hard to say. Um, okay, so we actually. So in that situation, like IG or not IG, but CAD is actually the way to go. So we need Breach to stick for his taunt to stick. But yeah, fleets. I think fleets are going to be kind of annoying for everybody for the next little while. It just has that. It kind of has that feeling. Okay, so now, I mean, my curiosity is just running kind of full time here. What do we got up here? Okay, so not a whole lot of people have caught on yet. But yeah, I mean, you're seeing there's quite a few just Empire-based fleets here in the top 10. I mean, and this should have an extremely negative effect on those fleets. It should completely remove their ability to crit. Like, it is definitely muffling their damage. Seeing Darth Vader, his attacks can't miss. But they're also not getting crits. Like, that's the issue that's going down right now, is the whole the very presence of the punishing one is shutting down crits regardless of, just because of the Empire tag in the kit, because it's meant to work with Executor. They need to change Executor's kit over to take the Empire tag out, call it Bounty Hunter, change Punishing One's kit to Bounty Hunter, and then make whatever nerfs they need so it's not face rolling Leviathans, and then I think they'll be good. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what they do. They're probably only going to run the ship into the ground. I doubt they're going to go so far as to like look at the logic of their kit and the logic of how it's supposed to interact with ships. I doubt they'll go that far, but maybe they will. So if they're listening, guys, like, take a fucking look at that. Because you're not only shutting down Chimera for Executor, you're shutting it down for mirrors. If Punishing One is there with Bounty Hunter ships, it's shutting it down for a lot of things. It's going to make a mess of fleet arenas. So anyways, guys, you've been awesome. I appreciate you very, very much. I'm going to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow for more stuff and things and stuff. Mostly TB. And then a preview of Saturday morning. We'll do more GAC, and then again on Monday. And hopefully we'll have some news about the Punishing One by then. But yeah, guys, until then, take it easy. Good luck with all your stuff. Play around, enjoy the Punishing One, enjoy the vanilla one before they destroy it, because it is getting nerfed. There's no doubt in my mind, 100% getting nerfed. But anyways, guys, That's an issue for another day. Take care. We'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.